Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. This is loot from 1000 Gargoyles, and these guys require you to have 75 Slayer, and you can kill them in the Slayer Tower, north of Canifis. You can also kill them in the Curdal's Dungeon. So yeah, I prefer to kill them in the Slayer Tower because you do get the extra experience, especially if you wear the Mauritania legs. I don't remember which tier, but I have 4. I don't really know what tier you get this bonus, but you do get 10% bonus Slayer experience when you're wearing them. So that does, give you a lot more Slayer experience per hour, obviously 10%. On top of that, you also get the contracts, which give you anywhere from like 80k to 150k coins at the end of it. So it does add a little bit of money to your task. And I mean, they're not too spread out in the tower. As for killing them, I use Mage. They're weak to water spells, so that's what I used. Use my Noxious Staff, makes it really quick. I mean, this loot video probably took, on the maximum, I'd say probably 2 hours. If I was like slow or something, I'd say probably 3 hours. So somewhere in that range, 2 to 3 hours for 1,000 kills with my stats. But if you are a lot, weaker, like, you have 80 stats or maybe 75 combat stats, don't expect to get my, rates, but you will get this amount of stuff in 1,000 kills. On average. But yeah, as for like rare drops, they do have the Granite Maul, which isn't really worth anything. It's like 30k, but it's kind of cool to get either way. As for anything else, that's really about it. They do have a decent chance for effigies. In terms of me, I've gotten a lot of effigies from these guys compared to other equal level monsters. I don't know if that's just me or they do have a different drop rate. I really don't know. Probably not. As for the charms, they're not that great. They're about 5 to 10% for each of the charms, which does mean 10% chance for blues, which is not too horrible. That's, kind of decent, but nothing to be super braggy about. But they do drop a lot of uncuts, so I would definitely bring a gem bag if you come here to kill them, because that does add like 500 to 600k just in your loot, just with the uncut emeralds and rubies. But yeah, I basically did this video straight through Slayer. Every time I got a task, I would kill them. So I eventually got to 1,000 kills. It did take a while. I didn't really get them all that often, maybe one every like 20 tasks. So I think that really went over everything you really need to know about the Gargoyles. I'm going to go into the price check now. I'll meet you guys there. So here's my tab. And first thing you should see is the coin stack, 466k coins. That's a pretty decent amount from 1,000, so on average you get around like 500 coins per kill. The charms aren't too horrible. I mean, mainly you get the blues. Like for any decent amount of charms you get about 10% blues, and then you do also get a bunch of like uncut emeralds and rubies, which I easily banked with my gem bag. And then you also get a lot of noted bars, which are very good in terms of like stacking money, because like this steel bar stack right here is 840. So, I mean, that's roughly 900k, maybe even close to a mil, just right there. And then among other things, they do drop a lot of rune items. So I did get like 58 rune full helms. So like right there, I think they're like 20k each. Like, okay, examine. Yeah, 20k each. So right there, that's more than a mil. That's like 1.16 mil just in rune full helms. But I also got 5 granite mauls as well. I think the drop rate's like 1 in 250, but I did get 5, so that's kind of cool. They're only like 30k, so they're not worth anything. But, it's still cool to get them. But yeah, that's enough about the Gargoyles. Let's see how much I made. So basically, I got 5.8 mil in, I want to say like 2 to 3 hours. Probably good estimates like 2.5 hours. But honestly, I'm just going to write it down as 2 hours. And that makes it pretty close to 3 mil an hour. It's like 2.9. I mean, that's not even that excessive because alone, these rune full helms, you get too much money from that. And then, just in the rune plate legs as well is about the same value, and in half the drops. So I mean, you can easily expect like 2.5 mil an hour here, even with like not even max stats. Maybe 2 mil just for good measure, but 2 mil an hour plus on a Slayer task is great. And considering these guys dropped very bad drops before the update, it's really nice to see that they're actually a profitable task. Keep in mind this was only like 4 tasks, so per task I'm still getting like 1.5 mil, something like that. So yeah, I think that concludes my Gargoyles video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you've never tried these guys or kind of never have done them in a while, I would definitely recommend doing them. They're very good money, as you guys can see. They're pretty decent experience, not the best, but it's still like 100 something k an hour Slayer, so they aren't like as bad as they used to be. They're just really easy to kill with magic nowadays. So yeah, I just really recommend doing them. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.